Good afternoon. Today I want to talk a little bit about the future of the UK's agricultural industry post-Brexit. As a candidate for the presidency of the NFU, this is a topic very important to me. With Brexit looming and the horror show that we are witnessing, it is an issue that we need to address as soon as possible. The first issue I'd like to look at is food. There are many issues in this sector that we are to face. Although this is going to be a tricky time, I feel that there is going to be real opportunity for the UK to step up. When we look at food production in the UK, it is about risk, opportunity and change. A risk that we will be under trade embargoes of our animal products if there is a no deal, and this could last from 6 to 9 months. Opportunity, the opportunity to trade with other countries around the world and the opportunity to tax our exports. And change, to change the way we look at ourselves as farmers in the UK, to be prouder of our exports and to be prouder of our work. But like with all business, this will require careful planning that I'm sure we as the NFU will be able to provide. When we look at the import-export situation, we need to remember we have friends all over the world who we trade with, and so we can create new relationships in agribusiness, and these have the potential to be more profitable. One thing is certain, we need to keep being the leaders in quality of our produce so that we can still proudly export all over the world. The next point I would like to go into is labour. The fact that post-Brexit there is a risk of no free movement. This will mean that farmers will lose a lot of their seasonal workers as they rely heavily on Eastern Europeans. The chief executive of the recruitment company Concordia, who supply workers for around 200 British farms, so they have had virtually zero applicants who are British in 2018. In the future, to combat this lack of workers, I would like to try and encourage the young people of our country to get involved in things like fruit picking. This would provide structure, give them an income over the summer months, and boost the economy. It is something that I would like to be incentivised by the government. The ideal situation would be for the government to allow each farm to have an allowance of EU workers, for workers to come over for a certain amount of time, and this, if well controlled, I think would be an excellent plan, whilst working alongside UK workers also. My next point is pesticides, predominantly glyphosate. Commonly known as Roundup, it is another major issue that I would like to address. As under EU law, we are allowed to use the chemical, and it is essential to the livelihood of our crops. But as we move toward a more health-conscious state, it is likely the chemical will be banned because of the dangers that it poses to humans if exposed to over long periods of time. As there is no alternative at the moment, we need to find one, and fast. My last point, agricultural technology is going to be a huge part of the post-Brexit changes in the agricultural industry, and something that hopefully could provide serious leaps in the industry. There are 3 factors when we are considering agricultural technology, and these are closing the food gap, supporting economic development, and reducing the environmental impact we have. Through advances in AI, this will be possible, and it is a very exciting time for the agricultural industry. The challenge will be to advance with the technology, but not to make existing technologies obsolete too quickly. This will be a balancing act, as the potential president of the NFU, something that I will be helping to combat and help move forward with. We will be facing many challenges post-Brexit, and we really don't know what the outcome will be. But within the NFU, we will be providing as much help and information to farmers around the UK as possible. We want to predict the changes as best we can before they happen and prepare the UK farmers so that our agricultural industry continues to grow, be strong and respected around the world. Thank you very much, Henry Chancellor.